Hello, I'm Carmen from the Featherweight Shop, and today I want to do a quick video tutorial on how to remove the tension unit stud or tension unit post from your Singer Featherweight. You would do this if you were doing some deep cleaning on your machine, possibly preparing it for repainting, and worst case scenario would be if the machine was maybe dropped and the post and the tension unit was damaged. So I'm going to show you how to take this off of your Featherweight. The first thing you would do, there's a set screw that's holding that post on, and so you would take off the faceplate here. It's just held on by this one little thumb screw. And behind the faceplate there's a little hole here that has a set screw, and that set screw is holding that tension unit stud in place. That set screw is located deep inside this hole here, and in order to get that loose, it is very important that you use the proper screwdriver, both because you've got to get one that fits inside that hole just the right size so that it doesn't interfere with the threads, but also the right size tip on the screwdriver so that it will loosen that screw without damaging the screw head itself, because if you ever damage that screw head, it's down in that hole and there's no way to get to it other than having it drilled out. You don't want to do that. So you use the Vera mid-length screwdriver for this task. And to do this, I prefer to stand the machine up on its end, like on its hand wheel, so that when I put the screwdriver in the hole and get it into the slot, I'm able to get some downward pressure on it. And you, if necessary, you can even stand up and be over the top of it so that there's downward pressure, so that then when you turn it, it gets that screw loose. Just like that. And you only need to loosen it just a couple turns. So now with the screw loose, the post should pull right out. Uh-oh, what do we do if it doesn't pull out? Well, that's the whole reason I've made this video, because it is common for this to be a little bit stuck. And I'll show you now why that happens. This is a tension unit stud that's pulled off of a machine already, and that set screw presses up against the base of this stud, and it's been that way for years. It's been sitting with a screw pressed up against there for decades actually, and it leaves a little divot right on the end of that post, and therefore you can't pull it out. So that's what we're going to show you how to do. With all the pieces already removed off of the tension unit, it's pretty simple to just take an ordinary household drill and put it onto that stud, all the way on there, tighten it down, and then start running the drill just ever so slowly, and pulling out, comes right out, piece of cake, works every time. Here I have the replacement post that we're going to put back into the machine. This is a vintage original post. These are the only ones with the correct threading here. So it has to be replaced with another good quality vintage original. But it also has these little divots here on this post, which would make it hard to push back in. So you need to get those sanded off. A little bit of sandpaper. We actually, here in the shop, I use our Featherweight Shop nail file, and just file that little divot right off there. Now with the divot smoothed out on the tension unit stud, you can slide it back onto the machine. Make sure that the slot in the tension unit stud is horizontal, and then tighten down the screw. Now, in order to replace all the pieces on the tension unit, we do have a tutorial on our website for the order of how to do that and how to calibrate the tension unit once it's all put back together. We also have tension unit parts available for sale if you do have one that happens to be damaged. Just another little tip from the Featherweight Shop. Have a great day.